Cruiserweight again.
Is that real? That you would go undisputed cruiserweight, undisputed heavyweight, undisputed cruiserweight? You can do that?
Yeah, I try.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning, yes, Oleksandr Usyk. Get this. Oleksandr Usyk plans to go back to cruiserweight if he defeats Fury in the rematch. Let me counterpunch. Oleksandr Usyk going back to cruiserweight, I think, is a dumb idea. I think what fighters should do, I think they should learn from other fighters, other great fighters, Hall of Fame fighters, all-time great fighters, possibly. See, Roy Jones did that same thing. Roy went up, fought once, and then came back down. I think the fluctuation was too advanced, too drastic for him, for Roy. And then he paid for it because he had to shred muscle as well as fat just to lose weight. That's what happens when you get that big and then you try to come back down. Oleksandr Usyk is what, 224, 225? I mean, and at least that's what he weighed before. If he wants to go to cruiserweight, he has to lose over 20 pounds. At 37, that's not smart. I think, if anything, he should stay where he's at. Because you have guys like Whaaaat, young, they're at that size, their youth, their freshness, could probably be too much for someone that's trying to lose weight. You know what I mean? Because that's what we learned from the Roy Jones Jr. era. Like, you don't go way up there and then shred all that muscle down. I mean, become champion and shred all that muscle down and then come back down. Because that is what can eventually happen to you. And then you're older doing so. So I don't like that. And it's kind of confusing because, if you're going to call out one person, you got to call out another. Oleksandr Usyk and his team already said that, well, their sights, they would love to fight Daniel Dubois, if beating Tyson Fury. So what's this about going back to cruiserweight now? I've heard this before. We've heard Usyk talk about going back to cruiserweight, But I only think, and I only hope as well, that this is just something that they're talking about, not something that they're actually serious about doing. Because it's not a smart thing. It's counterproductive, honestly, because it's like, hey, you were already there and you've been there, you've done that. You know what I mean? There's not, besides Whaaaat, I mean, you got Zurdo Ramirez and, Artur Beterbiev may be coming up there. I mean, those are some people that he could fight at cruiserweight. But you know what? If he actually did that, if he went down, if he beat Tyson Fury again, which could happen, right? 50-50, 51-49, and a 48-52. If he done that, and he goes back down there and he fights someone like Artur Beterbiev. If Beterbiev gets past Bivol, beats Bivol again, I would favor Bivol to beat Usyk. You know why? Because all the disadvantages are against him. See, Beterbiev moving up, he was already a cruiserweight. So, yeah, him moving up would probably make him stronger. He wouldn't have to lose as much weight to make weight at 175. Now he's at 200 pounds, pretty much, right? Under 205. And I think it would benefit him to fight someone like Usyk. And he knows Usyk very well. And him fighting guys like that, Volchnik, Bivol, Usyk. He's familiar with all these guys. I would favor Beterbiev in a fight like that, only based on the circumstances. Because if he's crazy enough to go back down there and get with that killer, a guy that he's fought 2 or 3 times already, right, and got dropped by in the amateurs, remember that, by body shots, then there you go. You know what I mean? There's no one else to blame. But, for him to fight someone like Beterbiev, that would be a very good fight. I would like to see a fight like that. But, in fact, the between Zurdo Ramirez, Artur Beterbiev, even Bivol could come up there. I don't know if Bivol may want to stay at 175 and do something down there, fight someone like Callum Smith or something like that. But, still. But I think Smith's fighting Buatsi, right? Buatsi. right? So, but yeah, those fights are there for him. But at cruiserweight's looking good. But for Oleksandr Usyk, I think that ship has sailed, and I hope it is sailed on, and moved on past his view in the ocean simply based off the fact that he's already been there, done that. I don't think it's worth revisiting fighting those dangerous fighters. Now, does he get credit doing it? Sure. But is it stupid? Yeah, it's stupid. Okay? Because again, physically, it's not the right move. It's not the right move doing that. I'm sorry, it's just not. I don't agree with the cruiserweight move, but there are fights to be made. Hopefully you get to see Better BM take on Oleksandr Usyk again. That's if he does get past Bivol. But you guys tell me what you think of Oleksandr Usyk stating that he has his sights back on the cruiserweight division if he beats Tyson Fury in the rematch. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.